Ara, there you are. Took your time, didn't you? Thought I'd be floating around here forever waiting for somebody to show up. Ouch, me back. You might be wondering why I look the way I do, broken everywhere, pale as a... sure, if you stay until the end, you'll find out. The name's Kieran Conway. I arrived in San Francisco from Ireland in 1864, escaping the famine and poverty to chase the same fool's dream as so many others. Welcome to the land of opportunity, me arse. More like welcome to the land of do the job no one else wants to do and do it cheap. Look here through the gate, that mound of rock covered in wild fennel, that's all that's left Irish Hill, a stark reminder of how working class communities are destroyed for others' growth and capital. Now take that computer of yours and place the pink dot on the hill, then give the screen a tap. Irish Hill was 10 times larger, crammed with immigrant families and single men like myself, working at the Union Iron Works shipyard just behind the hill there. The air was pumped thick with fumes and many of us were dying faster because of it, yet living nearby meant an easier walk and more hours. So what did the city give us in return for our hard work? Not a paved street, no running water, and a fire that left 1/5 of us homeless. Life was hard for us, and the best painkiller we had was the liquor. Come on, let's head over to the Irish Hill pubs now. While we're walking, take a look at the parking lot to your right and imagine it lined with pubs. You'd have your own loyal spot, and on Saturday nights, you'd challenge rivals to a bare-knuckle brawl in the streets outside of Mike Boyle's steam beer dump. Loser bought pints at the winner's pub, and I had my fair share in broken noses and traitor pints. The fighting wasn't all just for fun. A poor, lawless community like ours had little chance of real success. We resorted to bloody gang wars over the control of the hill's economy. Now, let me know once you've reached the corner. I lined the leftmost building in this image with the large building on the corner. That's Bethlehem Steel, who owned the Union Iron Works. It still stands today. Those shabbier spots to the right were our pubs. That's where we organized. Throughout the early 1900s, we took our fighting from the streets to management in the form of labor strikes. Many of us on the waterfront were part of craft unions. Our bosses were aggressively anti-union and brought in cops to beat us up, leaving some dead. It was clear that the less human we were, the more they profited, so we had to keep fighting. In 1916, 200 of us walked out on strike at Union Iron Works, and we won a wage increase. That was only the beginning. Scan the map again. Let's head over to the factories. Management was itching to clear our neighbourhood out. We were a rowdy bunch who caused trouble and threatened their profits the more we banded together. During World War I, demand for steel warships shot up, which meant that Bethlehem Steel needed to expand. So after they decided that land had more value than the people living on it, Irish Hill was carved away, flattened, becoming the parking lot you see on your right. Let me know when you get to the front doors of the Union Iron Works. Walk into the building and stand at the center of the open space. Tap the ground. I was actually one of the lucky ones, you know. Took a bad fall in my old age and couldn't quite recover. Lived long enough to see some of the changes that we had fought for. You stand where we once did, but you look around now and see shiny offices and $7 boba tea, whatever the fuck that is. The fight hasn't changed. Long hours, rising costs. It's still not enough to live with the few at the top. When the capital of our society is built on human labor, it'll fall when we stand together. We knew it back then, and you've got to feel it now. Keep moving towards what you believe in. It's the only way our world will shift.